Hey, I'm back with singer-songwriter Grace VanderWaal. Grace, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So I have to start off, you're at Interlaken, is that true?
Yes, I'm at I know you went there. Didn't you?
I did. Yeah,
That's
I did.
So crazy.
I don't think I started writing my own stuff and playing guitar till I was 16 at Interlaken, actually. I couldn't afford to get back to Alaska for spring break, so my genius idea was that I would hitchhike across the country with a guitar for 2 weeks for like winter and summer break. And that's how I started writing songs and why. And I was really worried at 16. I was like, God forbid I get popular right now. I didn't have the ability with my body. I was starting to have eating disorders and body image disorders, high anxiety. I was like, I can't get discovered now. I'm not emotionally ready. You've really learned to be in the public eye at a really young age. What has that been like emotionally and psychologically to adjust?
You know, the thing about my situation was I didn't exactly have a choice. You know, I really got thrown into it and had no idea what I was doing. Me and my mom just like, I don't know, always saw like the big long lines for like American Idol and all you like sites, people watch all these crazy people. And my mom wanted to like, I don't know, have like a bonding thing. So she was like, oh, like it's going to help us. And so I don't know, I couldn't audition for American Idol. So we were like, yeah, let's go to America's Got Talent. And like, we brought a tent, we bought sandwiches, we were ready. There was no line. Long story short, I got on and I won. And I was 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really grasp what I was doing because not many people, even at an older age, can understand this job if you've not experienced it before. You know what I'm saying? Let alone a 12-year-old me. And so I just kind of jumped into it, and I love it so much. Every aspect of it, I think in some weird way that was meant to happen because it's genuinely when I'm at my happiest working, whether it's doing promotion or actually like songwriting and stuff like that. But when I think about how to cope with it, I may not have the best advice because I've thought about that before. And I feel like everything before my life kind of prepared me for that. I had been through a lot throughout my childhood and being in the spotlight through my early teen years and like preteen years. And it taught me, it shaped me into a like stronger, more mature person and someone who can see the actual dimensions of situations even at a young age. And I'm very grateful for that to this day because that's a skill that I apply to my life, work life every single day. So I don't know, I don't have the best advice because and not saying I haven't struggled. Like I literally was just crying in my bed the other night because I'm like, everyone like hates me and everyone thinks I'm like so the worst. But you just like have to go through it. Like you can't control your emotions. And I just remember who I am and who you are and who we all are. Like I have complete control in everything I do. And I know that. And I always remind myself of that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you deal with social anxiety or any of those types of things of just having to be in the spotlight when most writers are probably introverted?
I am absolutely an extrovert. But yeah, socially, I'm kind of going through this weird period right now because like I feel like I have like this weird, deep-rooted like trauma of like these girls that would make fun of me. And I feel like those specific girls have been in my life no matter where I go, no matter what school I go to, like they are there somehow. I do not know how. I guess technically they're different people, but no, they're not. And honestly, they look the same. Like they look the same too. And I was actually just thinking the other day, I was calling my sister and I was just like, I feel like I can be so confident and immediately feel so small so quickly, but I'm not the best. I feel like I can't give advice. I can only give advice from what I've wished that I've done, you know, and like that's how I've grown, because I've been through a lot and even recently, and I think back and I definitely didn't handle it the right way, and I definitely gave in and let it all soak in and absorb me. But coming out of it, I've learned what I wish I had done in those situations, and this was actually advice my sister told me, was just the fact that they are just people, and whether they're like laughing at you or not, they don't know you, you don't know them, and you don't want to know them, because they probably have no personality if they're making you their only point of conversation, because I know damn well I'm not the most interesting person in the world. And you just have to remember, once again, like, you have complete control in who you are and how this affects you and how you let them affect you.
I really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us and be part of this wellness experience. I was always shocked in school how I was taught a lot of important stuff, but not how to be happy. And if my nurture was bad in my house, could I ever get to know my real nature? And how do I strip back my nurture and my kind of programming and go, who am I? And how do I get the skills of what it takes to learn how to be happy in here and happy in here? Because no matter what kind of success you have, there's miserable people that are rich and famous. I mean, in our job, there's a high mortality rate, a high drug addiction, high suicide, high death rate. And in a lot of jobs right now, 1 in 4 kids are contemplating suicide. That study just came out.
And just like one last thing, reaching out for help too. I don't know who's going to watch this, but you don't have to wait for it to get bad to reach out for help. That's not how it works. And always reach out for help. There's free help. There's all types of help. Most of the time you can't expect yourself to just erase everything and make things disappear, because sometimes we need other people to look within ourselves to see things that we can't. So ask for help. Please, Jesus, ask for help.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. Have a good school day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.